Hey everybody, it's time for another Mini Mondays, and today I'm going to be talking about the Gravity Falls finale. Now, this would be Weirdmageddon Part 1, 2, and 3, so I'm going to be talking about all three of them, the whole experience. So, basically, if you want to know the plot, I'm going to say right now, major spoilers. So if you haven't seen the finale yet, don't watch this. Go watch the finale first, then watch this. Okay, so basically, what the plot is that Bill Cipher has torn his way through the rip in space-time to the dimension of Earth, and is basically fucking everything over, and it's up to Dipper and Mabel and all the residents of Gravity Falls to stop him. So, yeah, basically the entire series has been culminating to this point, and it definitely shows because there isn't a single loose end that they didn't tie up, except maybe the fridge monster from The Inconveniencing, but anyway. So this finale is insane. Definitely the third part, Weirdmageddon Part 3, is the strongest of them, because it's just, like, balls to the wall action the whole time, and it ends on a very sweet note, which... I hate sweet notes. Like, I don't like when things end happily for the most part, but this, I am willing to accept. This happy ending I like. Except, there's one thing about Weirdmageddon that I don't really care for, and that's mostly Stan's situation. That would be Stan Lee Pines, not Stan Ferd Pines. I don't like the resolution they had with him, so I did predict he was going to sacrifice himself in some way. I was pretty sure he was going to die, because there was a cipher that said, you know, we'll see which Pines survives, and I'm like, it's Stan. 100% it's Stan. He hadn't had his resolution yet, so of course it's going to be Stan. So anyway, I was 50% right in that Stan did sacrifice himself in some way, but not in the way I expected, and it definitely didn't last long. It was like 15 minutes. The moment was definitely dramatic, and it was well played out. I just don't like that they really just kind of went halfway with it, and they really should have gone all the way with it. It's definitely a show that deserved going all the way with it, and yeah, it would have been sadder, but you know, it would have been nice to have a sad part in it. It just ended a wee bit too happily for me. Anyway, that's just my problem. I know a lot of people really like the ending, and I could totally see why. That's just me being the cynical douchebag that I am. But anyway, yeah, I'd say the weakest of the three ones are definitely Weirdmageddon Part 2, because I just wish that one had been a little bit more psychological as opposed to cartoony. It's hard to explain, but anyway, Gravity Falls is more of a psychological, a mystery type show, but this I just feel was probably the most cartoony episode of them all, and yeah, like Dippy Fresh is hilarious, and there are a few things in it that are creepy as fuck, but overall, I'd just say it's the weakest, and the strongest is definitely Weirdmageddon Part 3. Weirdmageddon Part 1 had some of the best imagery in it, like the orifice swapping. That is hilarious and will always be hilarious, but 3 just had the strongest scenes. Not only did it have the strongest scenes, but it also had the best part of the entire show, where I just, like, mouth agape, where they confirmed that Deputy Derlit and Sheriff Blubbs were a homosexual interracial couple on a Disney show. I really was surprised, and I'm very happy about that, because I don't like to ship. Just keep that in mind. I hate shipping, but I think they're cute together. So anyway, yeah, definitely a really good way to end one of the best cartoon series of all time. Definitely one of my top 3 favorites of all time. And it was so nice. It's like to see all these loose ends be tied up. Not that there were too many to begin with, but all the loose ends that still remained were tied up. It ended on a great note. Yeah, it didn't go quite as far as I hoped it would, but, you know, you gotta be grateful for what it is. I'm a little sad the series is over, but I respected way too much to be sad about it. So I know some people are having a hard time accepting it, but you gotta understand that having it end this way is the ultimate gift that the show can give the fans. Just letting it peter out into nothing is an insult, you know, like The Simpsons or Fairly Odd Parents or, you know, shows like that. So anyway, yes, if you haven't seen it already, go see it, and if you've never watched Gravity Falls, what the fuck are you doing here? Go watch Gravity Falls. So, yeah. Yep, that's all I have to say about that.